We know that there has been an ongoing feud between the two leaders on social media. Mr. Bolsonaro making a sarcastic comment mocking the French First Lady's physical appearance. So is this really spilling over into real issues that both countries should focus on?
Well, hi, Sherry. Thanks for having me back. This is an unfortunate circumstance that the feud has become personal. I don't think that lends itself to a positive resolution of what is really a very serious issue here. That's fires in the Amazon. The fires in the Amazon, deforestation is not something that just started overnight, and it's not unique to Brazil. Some of the surrounding countries also have issues there as well. But it has been an issue that even before he was elected, President Bolsonaro suggested that he was going to open up more development in the Amazon for agriculture interests, for business, as a way to build Brazilian economy. And by the way, he says, Brazil is the owner of the Amazon, and so how dare people tell them how they should use it? There's a real historic sensitivity here, and I think a lot of this is playing into that. President
Bolsonaro, of course, already sending the military to combat the fires there. So how much would this funding have actually helped?
Well, it'd be helping at the margins, clearly. I mean, these are massive fires. It's going to take a lot more than $20 million or $40 million or $100 million to bring them under control. So this is something that I think, most people who haven't been to the Amazon simply can't visualize how massive this part of the world really is and how large some of the fires are. But some of the techniques and some of the funding certainly, I think, could help at the margins. And at this point, I think probably everything every help is good.
We're hearing reports that Emmanuel Macron is also planning to oppose that trade deal between the European Union and Mercosur. How important would that deal have been?
Well, this is collateral damage, clearly, of the feud that's going on right now between Brazil and France. But I think there's more to the story here that goes beyond the forest fires. Look, the negotiation between Mercosur and the European Union on a free trade agreement has been going on for over 20 years. They finally came to a resolution earlier this summer. But France, indeed, and Ireland as well were the two recalcitrant countries because they didn't want the competition necessarily from Brazilian and Argentine agriculture interests. And so, not to say this is an excuse, but it clearly ties into the reluctance, perhaps already, that France has exhibited toward this trade agreement. So it's not going to be helpful in the context of trying to get it confirmed and implemented by the Europeans, that's for sure.
In the meantime, we are seeing President Trump firmly backing President Bolsonaro. Just hours ago, he tweeted again, "I have gotten to know President Bolsonaro well in our dealings with Brazil. He's working very hard on the Amazon fires and in all respects doing a great job for the people of Brazil. Not easy. He and his country have the full and complete support of the USA." We know that they've actually had a very friendly relationship. How much progress have we seen since their last summit when it comes to their business relations?
Well, the United States and Brazil under Presidents Trump and Bolsonaro have clearly tried to get closer, change the dynamic, change the political circumstances that existed with the previous presidents of Brazil. And this has been a political decision by both governments to try to get closer. The pragmatic impact of that to this point hasn't been terribly noticeable in terms of policies or changes in specifics. It's been more of a tone. But look, you do hear a lot of discussion about the possibility of trade agreements or enhanced economic relationships between the United States and Brazil. And so clearly this plays into that as well. And to the extent that President Trump, by supporting President Bolsonaro, can build that bilateral relationship and also, frankly, take a dig at some of the Europeans, he probably sees it as a twofer in terms of a victory for him politically.